Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Inside Line Racing, round number 4, 6, PS4 tier, ILR6 season. My name is Leon and I am the commentator for ILR6 as I have been for the first 3 races and I will be for the remainder of the season. As I did just say, it is the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, notorious for having really entertaining races. The barriers are not far away. You've got the prestigious castle section, so anything can happen in this race. I did have a brief look in the ILR6 chat due to the fact of I didn't want the race to drag on too long, as there is ILR5 and ILR4, and there is a little bit of rain. I will not say when, but there is for the race a little bit of rain. Nazoo, I already know. If that is Nazoo in the chat, welcome. I already know about the rain. I'm bored with the Lady. I'll go through the drivers and constructors standings shortly. Patuka sets the fastest lap so far with a 43.3. Aledy's coming through the downhill left-hander. Very difficult corner. You can easily overshoot the corner, take too much curb, and it's a warning, but you can take a lot of the curb anyway. Just how Codemasters works. Through the proper final corner, which is just a left-hander, the exit sector 2, and sector 3 is just flat out. Slight kink on the right, then a left and a right, and that is it. Ledy opens the DRS, the Scarlet Red Ferrari. Can he beat a 41.9, which is the best hard time at the moment? Yes, it is a 41.4 from the Ferrari driver. Let me go through the standings quickly. So Nazoo is still winning the championship with not got the points up, 53. Second is Rebecca with 33. Third is Ledy with 31. Fourth is Big W with 25. Fifth is Patuka with 24, along with Scott, who is also on 24. Then we go down to Heavy T, who is in 7th on 15 points. Johnny in 8th, 14th. OMG Prix or Brett, someone needs to tell me about that, on 13 points. They're in 9th, and in 10th is Speed Iceman, who is on 12. That's at the top 10. It is Nexus Mooshalot, Nipro Racing, Oshin or Oishin, Bastos, Stiggy, Raptor, Big Zuri, Carmeds, and Easty Mats. Don't quote me on the name. Believe that person is new to ILR6, so if someone could give me a bit of a better name, unless I'm right. Now on to the constructors. Alfa Romeo winning with 57 points. Second is Ferrari with 44. Third is Mercedes with 40. Fourth is Red Bull with 38. Toro Rosso, 5th with 37. Sixth is Haas with 19. 7th is Racing Point with 14. McLaren with 18. Renault with 8. And Williams with 1. 1 point. They got reserve drivers as well. I will quickly go through them. Jururu is currently on 27 points. And I do not see Patuka anywhere. Oh, Patuka's there. Patuka must have just been promoted then. But yeah, Jururu is the only reserve to get points. So it's Mats, I'll call him Mats, who is leading qualifying at the moment with a 38.9, one of only 3 people to set a competitive soft lap time. Scott's actually just gone, not Scott, Muffin has just gone 3rd of the 40 flat. Nipro is the fastest medium runner, however there's only been 2 people on the mediums, and Joe is the quickest hard runner by a country mile. Johnny is also retired from qualifying, don't know the reason for it. If anyone's wondering exactly where the rain is, I did say I'm not going to tell you, but it is at the 45-minute mark, so right towards the end of the race. Baku is quite a long 26, I believe it was 26 laps. 26 lap race, round about averaging laps of 1 minute 41s, 42s, 26 laps of. So quite a tough circuit, a lot of walls around, they're not that far away. I would probably call it tougher than Monaco. It's a lot longer and the walls are a little bit more spacious, but they're always there if you make a slight error. This track, notorious for the castle section, very, very easy to get it wrong. Any slight understeer, oversteer, you're clipping the wall. I do expect to see at least someone hit that wall. Perhaps Johnny hit it, I don't know, but I do expect someone to hit that wall hard, possibly cause a safety car. There could be a pile-up. Don't know, see Mouchelot go through it quite tentatively. Obviously you don't want to crash in there in qualifying, you want to at least get a lap on the board, something that Johnny failed to do, so Johnny will be starting last. There's a couple of yellow flags in sector 2 and sector 3, but we'll carry on with the Renault. So coming now down to what I call the final corner. Gets quite a nice exit, takes a lot of the curb, which isn't exactly what you want to do. The curb isn't exactly the greatest place to be, as it does lose you a lot of time. You want to probably put your right hand side wheels on it, and that's about it. Move shot though to the line, 38.8 provisional pole, just about half a tenth ahead of Matt's. Patuka's on a set of softs, up by 1.1 seconds in the first sector. Very aggressive coming out the exit of Castle, up the hill through this flat out left-hander, which is kind of like a long curve with this another flat out left-hander kink, then the downhill left-hander. A lot of left-handers in this track. Coming up to another left-hander, practically the middle sector is a bunch of left-handers, up by 3.8 seconds. Still though, that is not enough. That will put Patuka around about Scott's lap time. So we'll see what the Haas driver can do. I believe recently promoted, because they're in a Williams last race, so Patuka's been promoted to an actual seat. Patuka to the line, this is a 1:38.9, and in the middle of Mouchelot and Mats, very close. Top three now separated by 61 thousandths, or basically 600ths of a second. Now Rebecca's only up by 2 tenths, but that was the first sector only. Very, very cautiously through Castle. You need to attack it in qualifying, otherwise it's just not going to help you. Carl Meds is not on a lap. Joe has just started one. Mats is on a lap as well. Mouchelot, I believe, is pitting, yes. So we'll stick on board with Rebecca as Rebecca's going down the hill, about to exit the second sector. We'll see if they're up or down the lap time. They're up by a second. So that will put them fourth as it stands, but it depends on the final sector, coming through the flat out left and right. Surprisingly, you do see people hit these walls, which I quietly find incredible. Now on the lead up to the line, DRS is opening now, reaching speed 113 miles an hour perhaps, or 210 for Rebecca. It's a 39.4, putting them in fourth, just ahead of Scott in the big brother, I think, of the Red Bull. Joey's next, coming out the exit of Castle, up by, I believe that was 3 tenths. Bear in mind he's on a set of mediums, so don't expect it to be smashing out lap times, left, right and centre, being first. Coming to the downhill section, there is someone ahead. That is an Alpha. Oh, it's not, it's a McLaren, sorry, that will be... Ooh... I believe that'll be Max. But anyway, Max has actually got out of the way, coming through the flat out left and right. Still seems to be up on the lap time. Max actually sets the fastest lap of a 1:38.3. So has a half a second advantage. Joe isn't obviously going to be fighting for that. We'll be fighting to improve their lap time. It's going to be a 1:39.40.4. What I thought it was going to be a 39. But it's not, it is about half a second improvement. And Speed Iceman is now out of qualifying. I haven't got a clue where that is. A Ledi must have just started a lap time. Scott has improved and has just done a 39.2. Getting closer to the front three, but hasn't been able to reach them yet. Oh, anyone else? Muffin is on a lap in the first sector. This will be the last lap for Muffin, unless they decide to pit. Most people are in the pits at the moment getting ready for the final lap, trying to get rid of the pressure, especially the front five or maybe even Heavy T. As Heavy T is not set a lap time, the pressure that they built upon themselves will be humongous. Muffin is down in the first sector by a tenth. Will want to improve in the second sector. There's a lot of curb coming out the chicane. Not what you want to do. Destabilizes the car. We're used to the old sector 1, and I believe that was a tap with the wall. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Muffin has just got a little bit too far into, I believe it's turn 7 or 8, and I believe he's tapped the wall or has had to go slowly to avoid the wall, and that was ruined the last time. But anyway, coming downhill, the downhill left-hander hits the wall exit. This is a very scruffy lap, if it's even classed as a lap. It's down by 7 tenths. I would pit personally. You have enough time to fit another set of softs on. Oh, that's another hit the wall, and another one. Oh, Muffin's very, very lucky not to be out of qualifying there. That's very limited damage as well. Looks like Muffin's going to pull off into the pits and will just about have enough time to get out and do another run. A Ledi, that's it for his qualifying session. There's no way we can get back in the pits in time. Mouchalot is on a lap in the middle sector. Well, actually, the first sector's up by 3 tenths in the first sector, so it's an absolute blinder from the Renault driver. Coming up to the corner before Castle. I don't know what the numbers are, but takes it very nicely. Coming up to Castle, will take it probably in third gear, actually second to get the rotation, and second for the right-hander, and second for the last bit of the Castle. Now, power down early, going straight through this flat-out long left-handed curve, I would call it, leading right to the downhill right-hander. Takes it very aggressively, doesn't go anywhere near the wall, which is what you want to do. Coming up to the exit of the first sector, has only gone up by a little bit more, and that's pretty wide from Mouchalot there. This is the only lap they'll be able to do. This will be their last lap. They will not have enough ERS to do another lap. So here comes the Renault driver. I don't think they've gained 2 tenths in that final sector, but we'll have to find out. Up to the line, it's going to be a 1 minute 38.7, an ever so slight improvement. That final sector really did cost the Renault driver there. That is the best they can do, and that's a Ferrari of Muffin, who has missed turn 2 and may not have enough time to complete the lap now. That's an interesting one. Nipro is on a lap next, coming through the first sector. Scott is finished, and so is Joe. Scott currently in 4th, Joe in 7th. Joe is on a set of mediums. Now Nipro coming up to the exit of the first sector. Oh, they've already passed the first sector. I didn't check how much they're up by. Well, it looked like it was either 6 tenths, but I wasn't paying attention actually. Oh, and that has cost the lap time there for Nipro, and that was Scott, I believe, in the wall at Castle, and Nipro has just had to slam on brakes. I think that has cost Nipro heavily. Still up by only 4 tenths, but there's no point in improving. I wouldn't improve if it was just for 4 tenths. But to be fair, just get your track position, so maybe. But up to the line, the Alfa Romeo driver, that Ferrari is going to start a lap just about. Nipro did a 39.7, so actually did a pretty good final sector. That's it for them. Oh, excuse me, Mats is in the first sector, so we'll keep an eye on. Patuka's done. I believe we've had a bit of contact there. They've lost a piece of the wing on the left-hand side, so that is it for Patuka. I believe that's the first qualifying session where Patuka's not been on the front row. We're backing out on the run-up to the line. Well, the fast left and right, but now the run-up to the line. Currently 1.1 seconds off provisional pole lap time. What can Rebecca do now? Anywhere near that 38.3? No. It's a 39.3, doesn't go anywhere. Nipro, no. Muffin, just about on a lap time. Carmez is not on a lap time. Stiggy is. Stiggy is coming through the fast left-right. With Mats just in behind, can Sticky get into the top 10 on the mediums? That would be a realistic aim for the Haas driver. Anywhere in the top 10, perhaps? It will not be. It'll still be 12th. And Mats does not improve. Do not know why. Muffin is next. Muffin is up by 1.2 seconds, practically coming up to the line. The Ferrari does a 1 minute 38.9 and goes third, and that is it for qualifying as Nipro backs out and already completed a lap earlier on in the session. So, Easty or ESD Mats, very, very, very good performance. As a debut, in my opinion, does seem a little bit too quick for ILR6, but we will have to stick with it. But anyway, Mats is on pole with a 138.3. Bouchalot joins them on the front row with a 38.7. Then it's Muffin with a 38.9, Patuka with a 38.9, Scott with a 39.2, Rebecca with a 39.3, Nipro with a 39.7. Joe, Big W and Oledi done 40.0, 40.2, 40.3. They're all on mediums. Then Carl Meds is outside the top 10 with a 40.3, Stiggy with a 40.4. And then Heavy T, Speed Iceman and Johnny failing to set lap times. I don't know if there were any quali bands handed out, but none of them were able to set lap times. I did have a quick glimpse at the ILR6 chat. And I think Johnny put, oh no, that didn't go very well or something like that. So he may have bottled it. As I said, there is rain at the end of the race. Specifically, about 45 minutes into the race. As I said, it is a very, very long race. One of the longer races, not as long as Singapore, obviously. But still quite as long. So we're getting everyone ready on their formation laps, and we'll see the tyres because it'll be interesting. I reckon everyone outside the top 10 may try the hards, but you'll have to wait and see. So as the formation lap begins and all the cars are ghosting. That's an interesting one. Codemasters, right. Outside the top 10. Okay. Mediums for Carmeds, mediums for Stiggy, softs for Heavy T. Pardon me. Speed Iceman on the mediums, and then Johnny and Oshin, or Oishin. I have to get slain for calling Oishin Oshin. Oishin also on a set of hards, so quite mixed strategy. There is rain at the end of the race, so anything can happen. Knowing the game, it's probably not going to turn up on time, or it's probably not even going to turn up at all. That would be a Codemasters thing for the rain not to turn up and it to tease everyone. Nazu, welcome. Oh, you are actually not racing, I've just noticed. So yeah. Yeah, there's a great mix of tyres with it, which will hopefully result in a great race. Track position is key. It's very much like Monaco, except for you can overtake a little bit easier. You have got the long straight, but through the corners you do lose a lot of time. A low downforce setup would be better for this track. I do expect people to bin it in Castle. As we've seen, I believe it was both Red Bulls. Definitely saw Scott's car. I don't know what happened to Johnny. The rain, you can't even see a cloud in the sky, so it's going to come pretty quickly. So it may not even turn up. But if it does, I don't know who's on the better strategy. I'll say both the hard runners are in with a shout if they can keep the pace up on the hards. They're not exactly a grippy tyre, or they are quite grippy, but they're quite slow. So trying to keep up with everyone is going to be quite difficult, but everyone on the mediums and softs will definitely have to pit, as they cannot take it to the end of the race. Nowhere near can the softs. The softs can barely do half a dozen laps. So it's going to be interesting. Don't go anywhere. There is ILR 8 and ILR 7 on. If you want to go and keep an eye on them. I don't know how they're going. But anyway, we're more focused on the ILR 6 action. As Max lines up and everyone seems to be ghosting or doing something on the grid. As Ocean isn't going to be the last one to line up. No. It will be Stiggy. So as we get ready for the start of the Grand Prix, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights. And away we go for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Doesn't like Mats has got off to a fairly good start. Muffin, an absolute brilliant start up into P2. The slight contact there between Mouchelot and Muffin. And that is a racing point off into the barrier. That was Joe. Also a McLaren off in the background. A speed Iceman coming into turn 2. Oh, what was going on? Mouchelot is down to 4th, 5th, dropping down the grid rapidly. Meanwhile at the back, Joe, Nipra, Rebecca were all involved in some kind of crash. Oh, what's going on there then? A bit of lag going on in the lobby. Oh, Big W's off at turn 2. Rejoins kind of dangerously in front of Nipro as he goes side by side into turn 3. Oh, Jesus. Big W's got barely any wing. Johnny, where's he gone? He's trying to do a Kimi Raikkonen impression, but he is currently at Baku, not Brazil, and he has got no wing. Oishin with a very... Oh no! There's... I should have laughed! There's... Castle, and there is a safety car. Oh, what is this? A safety car and an absolute ginormous pile-up. Oh my. Wow. Why would you miss ILR6? Jeez. I did say there could potentially be a pile-up, and there was perfectly. No one retired though. Now this safety car period could be very interesting, as I suspect that a lot of the soft runners... Oh, Mouchelot! As a lot of the soft runners will pit for hards. You do not want to be on them softs. As they are all invited to pit. I guarantee it'll all be hard to go to the end, or it's going to be a set of mediums. It's a set of hards we've got. Heavy T is putting another set of softs and a wing. Literally everyone is pitting, bar the front 3. This is pit stop and front wing change central. So where will everyone come out? Oh, that's an unsafe release from the Williams. Now everyone's slowing down. So let's have a look at the position changes. I'm on the wrong thing here. So, wow, Stiggy is leading. 11 positions gained on lap 1. And is now leading the race. So yeah, this is just gone out the window. Leddy gone up 8. Oishin, 3rd on the hards. and this safety car will help the hards go till the end. And has Patuka gone off? Patuka's had an off on the safety car. And Patuka's got no wing under the safety. Oh my. What is happening here? I don't know who caused the pile up at Castle in the first place, but Patuka's now binned it under the safety car. Yeah, by the way, quick heads up, there is no podium interviews, as there won't be at all this season. Also, if this race does go past 10 to 8 UK time, I will have to call it because I do have ILR4. So, yeah. Safety car will stay out for a couple of laps. Patuka could need it. Hasn't really got a wing. So the Haas, technically it's a debut. Nipro has got a stop-go for hitting Rebecca. This race is spicing up and we're only just starting lap 3. It's the first time I've seen a proper safety car, and Heavy T's pitting again. Probably to get off them soft tyres, and it is. It's for a fresh set of hards. And a front wing change. Wow. This could be a very long race for the guys here. Nipro's pitting as well, so we have 3 more pitters under the safety car again. If you look at the stops, Patuka and Heavy T have now pit twice. Anyone in the chat want to say any predictions? You may as well be as bold as possible, as it genuinely could be anyone who could win this race. They're all going very, very slowly behind the safety car. I believe there's another lap to go of this. Perhaps it could be this lap. Not everyone has actually caught up to the pack yet, but they will be towards that final sector. Hopefully no one bins it under the safety car this lap, so we can hopefully get going again. Tyres will be fairly cold. It's a fairly long lap to be going at around about 100 miles an hour on average. So let's have a look at the tyre situation now. Only 6 people on the mediums, the rest are on the hards. Now the mediums are in the predicament here, the medium runners. Oishin is in an absolute brilliant spot. And the safety car is in this lap. Oh, hello, everyone seems to be really piling up on each other here. So as we get ready, you see the safety car trying to get away. Obviously the Mercedes AMG, I believe it is not as quick as an F1 car. But as they come through the fast left and right, that safety car will be coming in. Muffin's got a stop-go penalty for hitting Scott. Everyone's piling up. And we're not going yet, we're going now. The yellow flags still haven't gone yet. Oisha's got a very good start, but the yellow flags are still on. So we can't overtake until the yellow flags are cleared. Muffin is pitting. What has happened there? I don't know. Oisha around the outside into turn 2. Into turn 1, sorry, side pod contact. Oisha's lost the back end, he's down to 5th. And that's now Matt's trying to go down the inside of a Letty into turn 2. Can't get that done though, and there's someone sliding off in the background. That's Oishin, almost collecting the teammate. And that's Johnny. Johnny's off. What is this in the midfield? Everyone's like within 3/10 of each other. What is going on here? Will everyone squeeze in? Oh no, there's people in the wall. The Renos have crashed into each other. Speed Iceman's now at the back of Nexus Mouchalot. What is going on here? Big W's now in the walls. What is going on? I've got a feeling there's going to be another castle pile-up at this rate. But Stiggy still leads. Someone else is off. Mouchalot is dropping quicker than I can catch him. What is going on in this midfield? Hopefully no one puts it in the wall at Castle. We'll be watching here. No one. Luckily, no one this lap has put it in the wall. How has no one retired from this race? I do not know. Patuka closing in on Comeds, and that is a wall, and that is a piece of front wing I see, and that is Oishin off in the wall. The other Renault off in the wall. Both Renaults have gone downhill. They've crashed into each other. I believe Aleddy's got wing damage. Not too sure. Steve sets the fastest lap. Is that front wing damage? Is that Carmed? Oh, it's Mushalot off. That's Patuka passing Carmed into turn 1. Speed Iceman is pitting. That is a third pit stop, isn't it? No, it's a second. And that is for a set of softs and a front wing change. Big W now closing in on Carmeds. Will they go for a move down the side of turn 3? Was looking at it. Doesn't go for it though. I believe Aleddy has got wing damage. Aleddy is going very slowly on that right hand side of the wing. Aleddy is missing some of it. There's yellow flags in sector 1. Who is it? Oh, I believe it was Speed Iceman. Let's make sure no one hits the wall at Castle. We don't want another pile up. A lovely shot here of everyone going up into Castle, and Oishin's out, so both the Renaults have gone from the first 5 laps. From when they were looking like they were in a good predicament, they crashed into each other, and now they are both out. Nipro and Heavy T getting quite close. A battle for the final point. Now, oh, hello, Scott and Joe. I believe Joe's just got the move done on Scott, but Scott will have the slipstream. No DRS yet, as the safety car's been out. Said DRS has been enabled this lap, not the lap they're on now, the lap they're about to start, or starting. But that is Joe with late braking around the outside, keeping the move, or keeping the position, should I say. But now Scott, let's actually keep an eye on Mats, as Mats has got DRS but not pushing. Scott also with DRS. Johnny is out in sector 3. I have no clue where that could be. But oh well, Heavy T on Nipro is going to pull to the outside. This is never going to go well when you're going too wide. And they don't. Heavy T doesn't exactly go for it 100%. Nipro defending each line, or each corner should I say. Got a little three-way battle here between Carl Meds, Big W and Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca locking up into the castle. And they all start to separate themselves. That's a lovely helicopter shot there. I've got all the Toro Rosso chasing these two down. A lovely helicopter shot as we go around the church bell tower thing. Yeah. Anyway, we'll go on board with Mats, as Mats is closing in on that where's Mats going? Has Mats got wing damage? What's happened to Mats? Mats is pitting. Mats has got wing damage. That is massive. Mats was looking like they were on the charge. Is that going to be a wing change for the McLaren, or was it a scheduled pit stop? It's not a scheduled pit stop. I see a front wing, and that is a it's a stop go as well. So that's a set of softs, I believe. No, it's a set of hards and a front wing change, which will put. That's a lovely helicopter shot again. Will put Mats potentially last, definitely behind Muffin. Oh, maybe not actually, just ahead. Meanwhile, back up to 4th, Patuka starting to make it their way back up the grid, pushing Scott literally through every corner. So right now, as it stands, I'd probably say Joe leads. As the clouds, you can see him. You can see him closing in. Going through Castle. I like to have it on board just in case someone does put it in the wall. So you've got the three-way battle. No one puts it in the wall. We don't want another pile-up. I believe everyone's picked so far, though. Everyone by the top two. And that is yellow flags, and that's Heavy T. Heavy T's off. I believe that is in the Castle section. Let's have a look. Mats is coming through, and that is a Mercedes. Yeah, there he is. In the way. And that is a fourth retirement, not that long after the others. And now that is Joe closing in already. Patuka's already passed Scott. Joe is on an absolute charge. He's going to try it around the outside of Aledi into turn one. Who will come out on top here? Joe breaks later like they did with Scott. Has got the move for now. Aledi is still there. Will probably go down the inside of turn two. No, Aledi backs out. What is going on here? Oh, Carmen's a big W. Oh, big side contact there. Wheel banging one of the two. Nipro has now joined in on this little tasty fight here. Oh, that's a bit of a tap of the wall from Rebecca. But at the moment, we could have a nice and tasty four-car train. There's yellow flags in sector one. What is going on there? Rebecca, oh no, oh no. Oh no, Carmen's is off. Rebecca's hit the wall or hit someone. Oh no, that's not gone well, has it? What was looking like a tasty battle has not gone too well. Nipro on the back of Rebecca. Rebecca's looking absolutely shoddy, if I were to say anything. Locking up everywhere, losing the back end. Into Castle. Patuka. Oh, where Patuka dropped? Patuka was ahead in this battle, so Patuka's had an off as well. What is this race? And there are still 18 laps to go, and there is still rain on the way. So this is just entertaining. And now Carmeds is out. Oh no. 5 retirements now. We are down to 11 drivers. And he's gone off with a flat out corner. Nipro now on the back of Rebecca. Will have to pull to the outside, but he's easily going to get the move done. I'll go on board with Patuka. Patuka's got a double toe here. Patuka might get a double overtake going here. Has already got one. He's going to try the second around the outside. Oh, but gets the move done. Oscar, there is also ILR7 and ILR8 at the moment currently on as well, live. At 8 o'clock UK time, there is also ILR5 and ILR4. Nipro now trying to go down the inside of Patuka into turn 3. Oh, nip and tuck, but they're still side by side. Fairly clean by the two of them. Into turn 4. This corner, you don't really want to go side by side between. They're still going side by side. We'll go on board with Rebecca. Best point of view. Into turn 5 and 6. Nipro has had to concede there. There isn't enough track left to even fight it. Nipro still tight behind Patuka. This is a lovely battle. Stiggy's being caught up the road. Will anyone beat it in Castle this time? No. Thank you, Lenny. Nipro all over the back of Patuka. However, Joe is starting to gain massive amounts on Stiggy. I'm reckoning in... sorry for that, I did have a slight voice break. In about 2 laps time. That will be a tasty battle to see, unless Stiggy pits, which I don't know. And that cloud is starting to just creep over a bit. We do know there's rain on the way. We don't know exactly when. They did say towards the end of the race, but that's could between anywhere from after lap 13 till the end. A Ledy pits, so that'll be for a set of hards till the end, or till the rain. Probably should have gone on another set of mediums if I was a Ledy, but. Hey-o. Back on board with Nipro. Nipro is still behind Patuka. Big W is there as well. Nipro having a look into turn 2, going a little bit deep. Scott has just passed Muffin, I believe, down or before turn 1. So good move there by the Red Bull, and I believe that was Big W who had a pretty close shave with the wall there, I think. But yeah, this race has been non-stop action. There's been a safety car. There's not been safety cars yet. There's rain on the way, 5 retirements, a pile up at Castle. You just, the grid upside down practically. Like, what can you say? This is just, oof. Actually, let's go on board with a battle for the lead. Stiggy's mediums are starting to run out. Joe's hards are just starting to get into game. Joe looks like they're going to win this race by 20 plus seconds. Oh, almost dropped my controller. Good save by me. Joe with DRS. DRS has been enabled now. The extra speed is ridiculous. And Joe's going to get the move before turn 1. So there is a new leader of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's Joe C. NUFC in the racing point. And may not have to pit again depending on the rain. Now we've got Speed Iceman closing in on Muffin for P9. And when I mean closing up, I definitely mean closing up, as that is the move done already. And I believe Speed Iceman isn't actually going to get DRS. Wow, the detection was really harsh then against Speed Iceman, but it doesn't matter anyway. Ooh, as Muffin pits and almost hits the wall. Coming in, what tyres were this before? Probably for a set of mediums, I would say. It is, but it is also another wing change. Is that a third stop? I'm not too sure if that counts as a third stop or not. Yes, it is a third stop for the Ferrari. Matt's pole position man. Also 3 stops. As they come out almost together, Matt's is back up into the points. Now on board Patukas. Patukas closing in on Big W. Patukas got wing damage. I saw that. I should say now Patuka was closing in on Big W. But now with that wing damage, Nitpro's been allowed back in. This lovely and sexy helicopter shot has just returned back to us around the church bell tower, I think. The Patuka does seem to be gaining still, even with the wing damage. So let's see who it is. Was it Big W? No, Big W can take that fairly comfortably. So can Patuka. So I don't know what's happened there. But Stiggy has pit on start of lap 12. Patuka also has DRS, and I can't see because a blemmin' mirror. But anyway, into turn 1. Patuka's looking for it, doesn't go for it. Stiggy is going to come out in what is P6. P6 for the Haas driver. Meanwhile, the other Haas is currently on the back of Big W. This is now the battle for second. Joe is... Oh, Big W's gone wide. Is it Big W with the wing damage? Patuka trying it around the outside of turn 5 to get the run into turn 6. Has to leave the room. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. That is not what we wanted to see. And they've both got wing damage. Oh, no, that was disgraceful driving. Now they've both got wing damage, and Joe is now leading by what will be 20 plus seconds. Which is absolutely ridiculous. The cloud is moving in as the sun is starting to disappear. And Stiggy is past Patuka. Patuka's got no wing, same with Big W. And the grid once again is going to get mixed up. I believe Joe is second in the championship, to be fair. No, Joe's actually down in 11th. Never mind. Nazu obviously isn't racing. Rabaku second in the championship, is currently 4th, will be 3rd. Aledi is currently down in 7th. Big W will be down the grid, possibly down in 9th or 10th. Patuka, same. Johnny DNF'd. OMG, Brett or Prix not in the race. Just going through the list if anyone's wondering. Speed Iceman still in the race, anything can happen. Joe leading by miles. Mushala out the race. Nipro out the out the race, sorry, in second. Oishin out the race. Bastos not racing. Stiggy currently in fourth in a decent position. Raptor not racing. Bigsery not racing. Carl Meds out the race. And Matt an absolute shambolic race after getting pole position. It's a set of mediums for most except for Big W. And Speed Iceman pits again. Is that the fourth stop? No, no one's had a fourth stop yet. It's quite a few three stops. Now on board with Stiggy. Stiggy's closing in on Rebecca for P3. The action doesn't end here, and I see overcast conditions approaching rather soon. So I have a slight tendency to think that rain is going to come a little bit sooner than at the end of the race. But for now, this is the only battle. A Leddy's also there. You've got to keep an eye out for the Ferrari. As they come through the fast left and right, as yellow flags in sector 2. Oh, hello, is that Muffin backwards at Castle? It is. What is he going to do here? Muffin has left the session. So, that's right, it's a VSC for the car. So we've got a virtual safety car. So we'll go on board with the Leddies. The Leddies closing in on Rebecca. Rebecca is on a... Oh, what about Scott here? Sorry, not... a Leddy closing on Rebecca. Scott also there on a fresh set, on fresh-ish set of mediums. But now this is technically the second safety car. Rebecca's closing a lot on Stiggy. I don't know what Stiggy's been doing under the safety car. Must have been kipping. Rebecca, not a very good exit. A Leddy's also there. Watch out for a Leddy. A Leddy is on the freshest tyres of them all, except for Stiggy, obviously. Coming now through what was technically the final corner. Rebecca's lost DRS to Stiggy. So here comes a Leddy, which will be a fairly comfortable move. Has already passed the Toro Rosso and is up into 4th place. Now, will there be any more battles till this rain comes? The overcast is there. There is no longer any sun pretty much. And now it's down to the rain to give us some entertainment, I think. Oh, never mind. I think it's Rebecca's turn. Rebecca felt like giving us some entertainment, so Rebecca decided to slam on the brakes into turn 3 and going straight on. So Rebecca's lost another position, and it's probably just destroyed the front tyres of that Toro Rosso. I've seen a lot of lockups, to be fair, from Rebecca all race, and that was inevitable. It was either going to happen at Castle or there, and it has happened at turn 3. Will it happen at Castle as well? We'll just have a look now. And no, very cautiously going through Castle. Let's keep an eye on Leddy. Leddy's starting to gain on Sticky a little bit. Not within DRS just yet, no. Oh, the DRS detection's coming up. No, it's not going to be enough. Aledi will have to wait another lap. Will not be in the DRS. Anyone who is watching, comment your top 3. Nipro pits, an inevitable pit stop, now puts Nipro on a 3-stop strategy. This will be for a set of softs or a set of hards. I think people are running out of tyres to choose for this Grand Prix. But anyway, Nipro comes out just behind Rebecca. But I'll stick on board with Nipro, as Nipro can practically get this move done straight away. Will Rebecca fight this into turn 3? Yes, a little bit of a squeeze there from Nipro. But no harm was done, and that is the move done for the Alfa Romeo driver. And on my screen, that just kind of looks like the Alfa Romeo is slightly like floating or something. But oh well. Oh, there's a battle there, Big W and Matt. A battle for P8. Track temperature has certainly decreased since the sun has gone, and now with the rain coming, the track temperature will definitely decrease. I wouldn't mind a bit of rain towards the end of the race to make it go intermediate, so like a lap to go. That would be very interesting. I would not mind that one bit. That would be entertaining. And just to confirm, Joe has a lead of 27.6 seconds, so very much dominating the race. I've kind of just got lucky to avoid all the carnage. A fairly safe one stop from, I believe, mediums to hards to what it looks like will be the intermediates. I just say, but with the virtual safety car and the safety car, the rain will come earlier, probably about 3 laps earlier. So we probably may see intermediates at some point. So Matt's with DRS comfortably pulls to the inside. Big W isn't even going to fight it. Big W hasn't had the greatest of driving today and is currently now dropped to 9th. We'll see if Big W can come back at the McLaren driver. But no, now what we need to wait for is some rain. So what we'll do is we will give Joe some stream time. Is that Joe? What? Wait, what? Joe's pitting. This could be the worst strategy call I've seen if this goes wrong. Joe isn't actually going to lose the lead, so it's actually a free pit stop for Joe. Fair play to Joe, actually. Joe's just done a free pit stop. And there's no way stuck him out. Still 10-second lead, like. And Joe is really comfortable now on a set of fresh mediums. I don't know why Joe pit though, as the rain is meant to come down any minute, I would say. So let's go on board with Scott, as Scott is closing in on Aledi. Aledi on quite fresh hards, to be fair, can easily go to the end. Another 8 laps is doable on that set. Scott, on the other hand, not going to be able to take the mediums another 8 laps. So you can already see the wearing on them. If you're wondering why I'm obsessively using onboard at this point, it's to check when the rain arrives. Because obviously from a camera angle like that, it's not exactly easy to spot out the rain. You'll see the raindrops on the car when it starts raining. But for now I'll use the broadcast camera. As Scott looks like he's going to get the move done before turn 1. We'll have DRS. But no, doesn't get the move done. So Scott, this is for a podium position. Scott will need the rain to come down sooner rather than later. Otherwise, the mediums will not last. They will burn out. Or just rubber out, not burn out. This is something about actually, let's go on board with Patuka. Patuka and Rebecca. Oh, hello, what's happened there? Oh, that is a wall for Rebecca. And I don't know what happened there. There was just a bit of contact between the two. And there goes the Toro Rosso into the wall. Now I still don't see any rain, so if this rain doesn't come down anytime soon, this could be an interesting end to the Grand Prix, I will say. Oh hello, I say that's a wall. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw Rebecca heading towards the wall. Now Scott again, trying to get past, let me just check, yeah, we're starting lap 20. Scott trying to pass a Letty, again. Not going to be pushing, I don't think. Muffin pits, but actually that's Muffin's AI, so there's only 10 finishes at the moment. And Scott isn't able to get the move done. I don't think we're able to get the move done into turn 3 either. Unless it's an absolutely amazing exit, which it isn't. So Aledi stays in 3rd. Backer is also pit, I just noticed, for a set of softs and a wing change, and that will look like it's going to be a solo point for the Toro Rosso. Scott getting quite close to a Letty. Scott's done quite well on them fairly worn mediums. I'm surprised they are lasting this long, to be fair. For the downhill section, still no rain yet until now. We have got rain on lap 20, starting lap 21. Depending on how hard this rain does come down, there is 1, 2, 3. This is oh my god, I mean really thick. There's 6 laps to go. Scott now around the outside into turn 1. Will Aledi fight it? No. So Scott is up into P3. Now it's up to the rain to do its business. Will the track get wet enough for intermediates? Or will it just become very slippery and very annoying for the drivers to keep grip going? We'll keep on board with Joe for a little bit, just to see how the race leader is doing. Not doing that badly. So we've got another 5 laps after this. The rain's coming down relatively softly, I'd say, but at the rate it's going, I think intermediates will happen. Not yet though. I've got to say another 2 or 3 laps to make an entertaining end to see who will pit for inters and who won't potentially, or will everyone just box for the intermediates. Already still trying to keep a grip of Scott. I don't know how Scott is doing so well on them worn mediums. Fair play to Scott, doing very well on the tyres as it stands. Already though, with this very, very, very good straight line speed, is going to pull to the inside and get the move done again before turn 1. Oh wow, Scott outbroke there by miles. Scott outbroke Already like Already wasn't even there, and wow. Now Already again, closing in. Already will try and pull to the inside of turn 3. This isn't going to end well. Oh, and there's been a big crash between the two. Scott did get wing damage from that. That was a bit naughty there, I'd say, from Already. It wasn't able to get the car slowed down enough and practically put Scott in the wall. Coming up into Castle now. Nipro is now ready to come back for a P3 perhaps. This rain doesn't seem to be coming down as hard as I thought it would. It's just kind of like spitting at the moment. It's not really coming down that heavy. I believe they both have wing damage, so will they both pit? I'm not too sure. How's the grip like for the left and right? There is a bit of a lift there from Nipro. I didn't see the mile an hour ticker go down and up a little bit. Is Already going to pit? Already is going to pit. Now for what tyre? Inters or softs? It's intermediates. And Already hasn't changed the wing, so we've got our first darer on the intermediates. There is 3 more laps to go after this. We'll see how Already does. Sometimes when people just watch, don't comment, and they enjoy the action. It's been a very enjoyable race, to be fair. There's your fastest set to 1, big W's out into turn 2, so perhaps it is getting a little bit too wet. Already, that's a bit of a wall tap. The intermediates are not ready yet. Now Mats, that's an awful camera angle, trying to get past that intermediate running of Already. The intermediates are just not ready yet then, I suppose. Already's just sliding all over the place. Oh no, 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 no. No, they're not going to go side by side into Castle, thank God. Oh, Matt's slightly tapped the wall there on the rear end. The rain is starting to just get down a little bit heavier. There isn't enough spray on the track yet to warrant the intermediates. Oh, that's a bit more of a wing on there for Already. Already's race has gone downhill since being in 3rd. And Already will drop now to the last points position, which is 9th. What's happening here between Nipro and Scott? Oh, they've got side contact there. And they're still going side by side into turn 2. Oh, and again, more contact. Nipro will have the DRS. Nipro is going to get the move done. I don't think Scott's actually going to fight this. Now, will the dries be able to hold out enough? This is the interesting fact. Will it get too wet towards the end of this race? There are 2 more laps to go. Bear in mind it is a long Baku lap, so I'm probably saying around about 4 minutes. Joe has got an absolute gigantic lead. Definitely starting to lift through that left and right. Joe can risk pitting for the intermediates, but Joe doesn't. Joe carries on. There is 2 laps to go. Joe is currently now 10 seconds down on his fastest lap. So we are practically about 30 seconds away, I would say, from the intermediates being the better tyre, which is going to make grip ever so harder to get for the dry runners. Leddy is really starting to gain now, and I think Mats has hit the wall somewhere. Oh, and again, that was a big impact with the wall. And intermediates are now the better tyre, but there is only 2 laps to go. Is it worth it? Oh hello, Mats is off. At the final proper corner, I'd say there's no point retiring now. And Scott pits. Scott gets a new front wing on the car. Now, where will Scott come out? It's going to be very close to Leddy here, but I think it's just going to be ahead of Leddy. Yes, it is. So Scott comes out in P5. So we'll see how Scott and Leddy do. DRS is still enabled. Oh, Joe tiptoeing around the track. So is Stiggy. This is just a game of who can keep it out the wall. Oh, so flashing set to 1. Who is it? Who is it? It's Speed Iceman. The other McLaren's off. 1 more lap to go. And this track is definitely not suitable for the dries. For the rate Scott is catching, it is about a second quicker. So Joe starting the final lap, possibly the slowest final lap he will ever have to do to win a race. Just has to finish a spin and Joe will probably still win. Nipro's actually got DRS on Stiggy. This could be an interesting one. Starting the final lap, we have got a little bit of a battle here for P2. Who is good enough on their tyres and is also able to keep control of the car? Stiggy seems to be struggling. Oh my, Joe is running very slowly, but Stiggy can't seem to keep control of the car. He still has to set to 2. It's not Joe, I don't think. No, it's not Joe. These two were hella slowly, and Patuka started to gain. These two, they're going at like walking speed. "30 miles an hour through that corner." The corner before Castle. Castle's going to be about 50. Oh, yellow flag set to 3. Is that Joe? No. Oh. I don't know why I said, oh, I shouldn't really be saying that. But anyway, Joe, through the final corner, the slowest speed known to man. Joe is going to win this race by an absolute country mile. Action-packed, safety car, 2 safety cars, 1 virtual, 1 normal. What an absolute entertaining race. And Joe crosses the line to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix by an absolute country mile. Nipro and Stiggy going at it. Patuka's also there. Nipro's gone off. Nipro's gone off. Stiggy He's going to get second for it. It looks like Patuka's got Nipro just before the line. What about coming up to the line though? Stiggy's lost it. What's going to happen here? The two Hasses and the Alpha. Oh wow, this is going to be really entertaining. Patuka's going to get the other Haas just before the line. And that is it. Wow, these three very close. Patuka second from being in fourth, starting the final sector. Wow, Nipro, Patuka fourth, Stiggy third, Nipro fourth, Scott fifth, Aledi sixth. Rebecca will take seventh. Seventh for Rebecca, eighth will be Matt's. What an eventful race. As I said, no podium interviews, as ILR 4 is going to start in 12 minutes, and I do want to give myself some kind of, I don't know, break after that. And finally we've got Speed Iceman, who currently hasn't got a wing, who is the last person to finish. A lovely helicopter shot to end it. So Speed Iceman, let's check the pit stops quickly. A 4-stopper by Matt. The winning strategy was a 2-stop. Second was a 3-stop, and the only 1-stopper got third. And Speed Iceman, top of the wall there, but now it is straight after this little right kink. Now it is straight for Speed Iceman. Coming down to the line. DRS, I believe, has been disabled. The engine revving is absolutely atrocious. And across the line goes Speed Iceman. That'll be it. And I'll go through the grid once the podium celebration by the AI are finished. And then, yeah, that'll be it. So, Joe is your winner of the race by 33 seconds, and Stiggy Patuka separated by 7/100th of a second exactly. That is your second and third spot, so Haas, double podium. Fourth is Nipro, narrowly missing out on a podium, and no one actually got a penalty, just noticed. Fifth, Scott. Sixth, Aledi. Seventh, Rebecca. Eighth, Mats, and ninth, Speed Iceman. I believe that is all your finishes. Now, everyone who did not finish was Muffin, Big W, Carmeds, Heavy T, Johnny R, Ocean, and Mushalot. That has been it from me, Leon. I'll be back next week for round number 5 at Circuit Catalunya. Can the races be exciting as the past 2 weeks? Find out next week. I'll see you then.